Okay, welcome everybody to round 3 of the Trackstars TS3 series around the beautiful circuit of Circuit des Spa-Francorchamps. Again, around here for the third week in a row. First we've had the Porsches, we've had the Formulas, and now the touring cars around this beautiful circuit to farewells for the Trackstars season. Obviously we've got TS3 at the moment, then we've got TS2 at 6 PM, and then we've got the Elite Breaking the Chemical main Trackstars series at 8 PM. They'll all be televised here on YouTube, and I've got my fellow commentator here, hence by the P666 here. Welcome, my friend.
Thanks.
Lost him.
The warm, lovely Spa-Francorchamps for the TS3 round 3 in what is actually one of the most exciting championships that we have going on, ladies and gentlemen. It's a brand new category, TS3, where it brings drivers that has a driver rating of B grade or lower and can't set a lap time faster than a 2:21 at the Circuit des Spa-Francorchamps in circuit experience. So we have a wide variety of talented drivers that are looking to make a name for themselves for the main series next year in 2022. And what a way to start a platform in TS3 in its debut season.
Yeah, obviously we had not many. We had, what was it, 5 cars entered in the first round of the TS3 at Germany, I think it was.
About 6, yeah. So we had six entries, and ladies and gentlemen, we have our first full entry of the Trackstars TS3 Touring Cars Championship. What an incredible achievement that we've been able to accomplish here at Trackstars in its short period of time, to go from 6 entries to a full grid. So it's amazing to see, and we can't wait to see what these drivers are going to be up to come the end of qualifying. So as we get underway, qualifying is about to start. 15 out of 16 drivers on track. We're missing one, but I'm not so sure if he's been able to get in contact with us, so that's okay. Hopefully he might be able to get back in before qualifying is over.
Yeah, the driver we are missing is Mats Markov for the ISR Racing Group. So as we start a 8-minute qualifying session here, the drivers have got to kind of get out there, get familiar with the track. They obviously have had 50 minutes of practice here to get a couple of laps in. So hopefully they've got their head around the track. The new entries we have here, we've got SLM Nakazi 1, TTV Vossi, Big Red Wolfhart, all the way from, where did he come from? Florida, I think it was.
Arizona,
yeah. We got Gordok as well in the WRT Motorsport, and Ben Stick 7 and Lachlan EVO5. So it's good to see all the new entries in, just to see a full grid. And this is our first full grid of the season, so it'll be good to see what all these drivers can put in.
Exactly, and I think the most dominated teams in the TS3 we have at the moment are WRT, which is led by Warpath 360, who is leading the championship over his nearest competitor in Cyric, who's gone privateer in the number 98 there. So he's left the camp of ISR and has just decided to go solo for the season, for the rest of the season. So one to keep an eye on him. And the next team behind is Lachlan Evo 5, one of the new debutants in the TS3, racing for ISR Intercontinental Esports Racing Group, in 3rd place in the Lexus. So the most dominant cars we see are the Lexus and Nissans. We did have a Honda registered, but like you said, it was I think it was that Mass bloke that was going to have the Honda entry, but he hasn't shown up, unfortunately. So yeah, so we've got WRT, MNR, Mobile Network Racing, ISR Racing, and we've got a couple of privateers, and even SLM Kazi coming in with the privateer team. So it's great to see. And actually as well, we've got the KPL Bassman down in 8th place, so Kiwi Pit Lane is what it's called. So more teams coming in, and you know, more opportunities to showcase of what these drivers can do for the main series next year.
Yeah, exactly, and obviously it's good seeing so many teams here. And I do believe that I think SLM Nakazi 1 does have some sort of integration with EBM in some way, because I think he does have the green beacon sponsoring on his car. So it is a beautiful car, as we can see here. So you can see the green beacon there, but not overly sure because it wasn't in there. So, but it is a very, very, very nice car in my eyes. So.
Yeah, it really stands out compared to the rest. With the looks like it's got the anime on the side of the car. Looks really stands out, and it's very bright in colours. So one to keep an eye on. Hopefully he can move himself up towards the grid. But we've got Warpath 360 on his flying lap. So the championship leader in the TS3 championship. He's in first place, whilst his nearest competitor, as I said, is Sirik in second place, only about 12 points behind Warpath 360. So it's early days, but it looks like these two are going to be the main competitors for the Trackstars TS3 championship.
Yeah, exactly, and obviously the championship is very, very close. And we did have a change of the championship leader as of that last round. So round 1 we did have Sirik in first place, followed by Warpath and SS Boy and Isar Benjo, who were both tied on 135 points. And then Sirik unfortunately had a bit of a rough race in that second round at Suzuka there, so he's dropped down into second place, and we do have Warpath 360 who is leading the championship.
Exactly right. And as we come across the line, we're gonna follow Warpath 360 as he's coming up towards the final couple of corners at the bus stop here at Spa-Francorchamps. So this layout has been changed so many times, but from 2007 onwards, they've kept this layout at Spa-Francorchamps as Warpath 360 comes across the line. He's going to get himself roughly about a 205, 206, yep, 205.8. So good start for Warpath. What about Sirik? He scored 1.12 faster than Warpath. So he's saying, take that, Warpath. Looks like I've got the advantage over you. SLM Kazi for the EBM Motorsport in third place. TTV Vossi in third place, the new debutant coming in. Lachlan Eve 05 in fifth place. SS Boy down in 6th, and we'll wait for the rest of the grid to come along because the numbers are flying on this first lap.
Yeah, exactly, and obviously we can see, obviously from the different experience here between the lap times, because we've got Sirik down here on a 204.7, and we do have, still putting in some lap times, we've still got Baseman, we got Big Red U of A all the way down here with a 2 minutes 20, so that's the time difference between everyone else. But obviously Sirik does have 2 rounds under his belt, so he's used to the cars, used to how they handle, and obviously as per the regulations they are set with our own balance of performance, so all the cars are equal. Tuning is off, boost is off, all the settings are off, so you can just basically get in, drive the car and have a bit of fun while you race.
We see up in third place another debutant in the WRT Motorsport. So we've got a Nissan 123 with Gordog 69 in third place in the number 100 there. So he's showing a good performance and he's learning from his teammates in Warpath 360 and Oz Soul Reaper on how to get this car around the track. But so far it's working to his advantage. If we also see Renegade out in 5th place there. So Renegade, I believe, is 3rd in the championship, ahead of the likes of Benjo 19 and Oz Soul Reaper. So it's very crucial for Renegade, who put on an exceptional battle with him and Oz Soul Reaper for 2nd and 3rd place in both races back at Suzuka.
Yeah, and he did have a bit of a rough round in the first round, so he's actually sitting 6th in the championship at the moment on 204 points.
Yep, there you go. So he's got a way to go, but it looks like the confidence is riding high with Renegade 4701. So we'll wait and see in a minute and a half time and see if he can improve his lap. So as we see a few drivers coming across the line, Kazi looks like he's improved. TTV Vossi has improved up into 3rd place there, so that's a nice performance from TTV. We've had my fellow teammate in the MSR camp. This is Budsy76 mate in Vossi. So basically he just has been coaching him around this track, and so far it's leading to a great start for TTV Vossi. Up in 3rd place was the Kiwi entrant in KPL Bassman in 10th place there, so he's got a bit of time to find down in 10th place. As Gordok again has actually improved by a 10th faster than Vossi, so this is going to be quite an interesting race, at least in the midfield, because so far 1 and 2 is led by Sirik and Warpath, our usual contenders.
Yeah, exactly. As we've seen Big Red U of A there come off at the first turn. And Gord seems to be a battle between 30 between Vossi and Gordok. So we'll see there and see what Renegade can do, because he's 0.056 behind. So
we're so close.
yeah, but obviously out front we do have Sirik in the number 98 Nissan privateer here. You see Warpath do a bit of a bounces there, classic old GT Sport. But yeah, he's on a 204.7, which is a very fast time.
And he started for 2 laps in a row there, so that's great consistency for Sirik as well in the 98. So that's a handy consistency. That's a handy at least numbers to consider when it comes to the race time, which will have 2 by 7 lappers, ladies and gentlemen. So you see Warpath and 360 coming across the line for the final time. The last corners of the Spa-Francorchamps, this 7.004 kilometre. Can Warpath take pole position ahead of Sirik? No, he doesn't, but Sirik doesn't improve either. Well, Warpath did improve, but he didn't go faster. So advantage to Sirik for the first race here in the TS3 for round 3 at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. We'll look right behind in third place. We've got Gordok 69 in third place. We'll see Kazi improve up into 6th place. So that's a great start for the EBM entrant in 6th place there. We've got to hopefully we get a few others. Looks like Vossi hasn't improved. Lachlan Evo 5 2 minute 9.6 and up into 7th place there. Ben Stick, the new entry for the MNR entry in 7th place there, now 8th place. Also Reaper has moved up himself up into 7th place, so that was a name that we had to keep an eye on after last time at Suzuka. But what about Gordon? Can he improve his time? Can he get closer towards the front row? He doesn't improve, so I believe that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We only have one more driver to cross the line, but I think it's all safe in all safe hands for Sirik to take another pole position here at Trackstars TS3 Racing Series.
Yeah, beautiful time set by Sirik, but as we know, as you and I both know, and everyone watching here, races can go any which way. So hopefully Sirik does get a good start off the line, because the way that the grid works at this place, if you're first, you're actually on the outside of turn 1. So actually, no, you're not. Sorry, you're on the inside. My bad. My apologies.
Yeah, you are on the inside. So it's all about getting. It's all about that that even number positioning just to get a good start ahead of the guys such as Sirik. So Warpath will be looking to hoping to hear practice his race starts, because that'll be very crucial come to the end of turn 1 leading up to our Rouge and Radion.
Yeah, exactly, and hopefully these drivers can be very, very vigilant, know where each other is coming into Radion and Eau Rouge there, so we don't have anyone hitting the wall. So we do know that there is no safety car in TS2 or 3, so until that, I shall let you take the race start.
Sirik, in pole position for the privateer team, gone from ISO to privateer in first with Warpath 360, the battle of the Titans here at TS3 as we wait for those green lights to go out. Sirik versus Warpath 360, it is lights out, green flag racing, and a terrible start there for Gordok and 360, so a jump start for Gordok, and actually no, it wasn't Gordok, I believe it was, that was Vossi actually, so Vossi had a bit of a shocking start there, just goes from must have jumped the start towards that at the beginning of the race. So sorry for all the Gordon fans in the WRT Motorsport.
He did jump the start. I caught that a little bit there, but the spectator mode is a bit wonky.
Oh, but look at that. Everyone looks like they've avoided him very nicely. So well done, team, in the TS3. So we'll get back into live racing action here. We've got Warpath 360 just taking the lead off Sirik in 2nd place there. So we've got these two side by side going behind each other. Gordon right behind in the 3rd place. I thought it was Gordon, my apologies. Gordon is in 3rd place with Kazi actually moving himself up into 4th place. Isar Bencho in 5th. KPL Basman in 6th. Lachlan Evo 5 in 7 and Ben Stick 7. But a few regular names we're missing there. Renegade, Ozsol Reaper. I wonder where those guys have dropped back to. They've had a shocking first lap here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. So 7 laps awaits us, and hopefully we'll be able to get these guys sorted out come the end of the first lap.
Yeah, exactly. So, red here, what's he doing? Spectre, interesting. I'll have to look at the but yeah, it was a good start there from Warpath and Sirik, as my camera views locked there because Gran Turismo Sport doesn't like to cooperate. But hopefully Sirik can put in some solid laps here and hunt down Warpath to try and take that lead back off him.
So Warpath has come from a consecutive 2 wins in a row back at Suzuka. Sirik's taken 2 wins at the Nürburgring Grand Prix. So they're both even on victories, and we're coming towards the end of the first lap. It is still Warpath leading ahead of Sirik in second, Gordon 69. So the a WRT 1-3 at the moment, coming towards the end of lap 1, with SLM Kazi 1 in 4th place. So he's putting on a great performance. We've seen his performances back in the TS2 days and even back in the Porsche Cup as well. So he's been showing some great performance for Kazi, and it's definitely a series that he's going to enjoy over the next few rounds.
Yeah, exactly. You see Renegade make a move up to the inside on Lachlan EVF5. He backs out of that one, so hopefully he might get a run through.
SS Boy goes a little bit too deep, pushes Vossi a bit wide there, so a little bit unfortunate there for Vossi. His days is going from bad to worse, from qualifying in 4th place and all the way down in 12th place, so very unlucky for Vossi. As we see Renegade do a bit of lawn mowing there, DJ, so I'm not so sure if you call Jim's mowing there, but I'm pretty sure the grass is alright. That's for Spa Front Shop.
Yeah, it looks pretty even there, mate. You're not in a Honda, you're in a Lexus, so that ain't a lawnmower. So he did pick up that penalty just before the burn zone there, so he will have to dummy burn that at the next point, which I did post in the Discord that we have changed it, but we'll see if he does that. Otherwise, that'll be one for the stewards to look for. There's a battle pack here of 5 cars here at the back.
And it's got contenders in Osol Reaper. So Osol Reaper, I think he was up into 7th place after qualifying, to drop down to 12th. So like I said, Renegade, Soul Reaper and Vossi have had a shocking start to their first race here at Spa-Francorchamps. So they look to go 3 wide there at the moment there. So if we go a bit of a yellow flag back there, I believe it was, as we catch that replay, it would look like, I think it was SS Boy and Vossi and Renegade, they were looking to go 3 wide. We saw Renegade just run a bit wide there, and I think these boys were just trying to take advantage of that mistake that Renegade was doing. So yeah, 3 wide. Oh, and Vossi's gone spinning round there. So we managed to catch that on time. So Vossi's day just goes from bad to worse, ladies and gentlemen. So this is not what he wanted on his debut outing in the TS3 Championship, getting pushed wide at Puon. And it just goes from bad to worse for TTV Vossi. As we look back towards the front, Warpath 360 and Sirik has definitely closed that gap to Warpath 360 at the end of the second lap, commencing the third lap here at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for Trackstars TS3 round 3.
Yeah, nice bit fighting there, but it looks like they got a little bit impatient there coming into Buon. So when it comes to that point, you just kind of got to ease off the accelerator, let the other cars through. Don't try and be too aggressive there, because just you get back in the slipstream there and come back onto the straight and try and take the position there. So we do know that these races are a little bit inexperienced racing with each other, so that can be one for them to work on into the coming season. As you see Sirik here trying to make a move on Warpath, but he does go deep under brakes and he does keep that position there. So nice defending there from Warpath. So Sirik just needs to keep this pressure up, and hopefully Warpath makes a little mistake.
Very close move there for Sirik, almost taking Warpath out, but it looked like they both had it under control and they both know how each other race, so that's very respectable racing for the front 2 drivers. They've definitely pulled away from SLM Kazi, so up down in 3rd place. So Kazi is just going to be holding his own. He looks like he's clear of Gordic 69 as well, and it's KPL Bassman in 5th. Isar Benjo putting on a great performance there, up into what I thought was 5th place, was now down back into 7th place. So a little mistake there, and that gifted Ben Stick 6th position there. So a nice start for Isar Benjo 19 for the camp, for the Isar camp, but so far I believe it's their as we see Ben Stick just go really wide there, and it looks like he just caught that extra bit of tarmac on the outside. Oh, he actually lost it before the corner there, from what I saw. It looked like he actually lost the rear end before he entered Puon.
Yeah, looks like he went a little bit too deep under brakes there, so he got onto that green stuff, and as we know, as everyone knows as well as any racer does, you don't want to get onto that green stuff, and if you do, you need to slide that little bit extra wide, go back onto the concrete on the outside and get back onto the racing line. So it's a bit unfortunate there for Ben Stick there. So Sirik and Warpath are having a great battle up front here.
They definitely have. It's definitely one battle to keep an eye on towards the end. As we see, actually back there, Gordok's actually closed up on cars, and he's bringing along KPL Bassburn. So Kiwi Pit Lane making their debut debut series here at Trackstars TS3. So they've got their base man in 5th place, whilst they've got a couple of other drivers they'll be racing in TS2 later this afternoon. So hopefully they're going to be cheering on They're going to be cheering on. As I look back there, apologise. We see the two teammates in Benstick and Vossi, Cowboy, Benstick and NZL Cowboy almost come together there. So not one for the team boss up here with SS Boy in 9th place there. So it's not a. That's all right. So not a really a great start that we're seeing from M&R as we usually see them, with SS Boy leading the way in the championship in 3rd place there. So he's definitely SS Boy will definitely want to be moving himself further up the grid if he wants to really cement 3rd place at the end of this round.
Yeah, it's nice there, but sorry, Jarman, I missed that comment there. I was had a lot of stuff going on, pushing too many buttons at once, so we'll have to have a look back on that one. But SLM Kazi is doing an excellent job here, as we see Warpath and Siri do break out to 8-second gap there. So no reverse grids or anything in this one in this series, unlike the Forge Cup. So wherever you finish is where you start the next race. So yeah, it's an excellent, outstanding performance so far from these top 5-6 drivers so far. So Gordok obviously
we can see the top 5 is all occupied by the Nissan GDR. So definitely these guys with the GDRs looks like they've got the advantage over the Lexus drivers. So as you see Gordok thinking about making a move on SLM Kazi there. So he makes the move before the end of Blanchimont. So nice move from Gordok, but Kazi retaliates and he fights back as it's coming towards the bus stop. I think Kazi looks like he's just got a bit too deep. No, he's managed to hold that. So great exchange there between Kazi and Gordok. EBM versus WRT. So SLM Kazi won in 3rd place with Gordok 69 and 4. Bassman hanging right behind there and just thinking for these boys, yes, you boys battle hard, and I'll pick up the pieces come the end of lap 7 to get my first podium.
Yeah, which is actually what's happened here. So it looks like KPL Baseman is on the back of these 2 races here.
They're going to go side by side towards El Rouge. Surely not. Nah, good thinking there by Gordok there. So excellent stuff there from Gordok. Not to think about moving. As we see Kazi, Baseman go a little bit wide, a little bit hesitant there with Gordok when he promotes himself up into 4th place. So there was a nice little bit of exchange there between these guys. So definitely there's a battle pack between 1st and 2nd, which actually 1st place has been now inherited by Cyric ahead of Warpath. So it looks like he's made the move over Warpath 360 there. So as we see a battle for 1st place, we also have a battle for 3rd place here, ladies and gentlemen. So it's all about just trying to get the timing right, cameraman, and hopefully we get the right battle at the right time.
Yeah, exactly, and it looks like we've got Pulsar Rippies a little bit further in front from Renegade, so we do have another 3-way battle here for 6th place. So we do have a Lexus, and Lexus 6, 7 and 8, so all actually position 9 as well, and 10 and 11. So it looks like it's a front of the field is Nissans and back of the field is Lexus. So unfortunately it doesn't look like the Lexus drivers can get this car dialed in. So
it doesn't look like it doesn't really look like that overly competitive just yet. I think this track is just a bit more of a stable track for drivers in the Nissans, and I think they probably know how to execute this track just a little bit more compared to the Lexus. It is a little bit understeery, as we see TTB Voxy go a little bit wide there. So again, his day just goes from bad to worse for him, down in 12th place, which in theory could have been up in 4th place and battling the likes of Kazi and KPL Bassman, as we see. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get to see a bit more of the Lexus come through in the 2nd race later on at the conclusion of this one. But as you see, KPL Bassman is right on the tail of Kazi 1, and as these two decide to go side by side before turn 1, can KPL Bassman make a move stick? He does, but Kazi goes a little bit too deep and runs wide. He gets onto that yellow sausage and he just manages to hold the car through. But he goes from 3rd to 5th place there. But it's not a bad position for him because he's right at the back of this group, and he's got the whole Camel Straight to catch right back up into 3rd place.
Yeah, exactly, and as you know, Camel Straight can either be in your favour or not be in your favour. So, Gordon runs a little bit wide there onto the grass, so mate, that's definitely not a place where you want to be in that kind of speed. So, Gordon tries to go for a move up the inside here, and he does get it stuck here. No touching into Baseman, which is good.
Whoa! What is that? He just went over the bollard there. That was great fun to watch from KPL Bassman. That was great. It's usually just some sort of like connection thing when you get between two different countries. But wow, that was so cool to watch. But that's not cool for Bassman to go through there. And he just goes sliding through. And as Kazi think about go for a move there, no, he doesn't. So he's going to hold back. But that was a bit of an adventure there for Bassman in 4th place.
Yeah, it was, I'm pretty sure that he would never have done that so far before. So Gordon looks like he's pulled out a little bit here, so that's good for him. But it looks like Sirik's also pulled a bit of a gap here into Warpath.
Wow, so he's definitely pulled a gap on Warpath 360. So that he needed to make that move as early as he could, and he's done it just as early as lap 5 there. So Sirik's done a really good job as he's coming up towards the bus stop for the final time, for the second last time to commence the final lap here in race 1 at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Leading the way, Sirik in 1st place, Warpath 360 in 2nd, Gordic 69 in the WRT, so it's a 2 and 3 for the WRT entry, and for Gordic 69, KPL Bassman, Kiwi Pit Lane in 4th place, SLM the Kazi 1 in 5th for the EBM Motorsport, Ossoul Reaper there and another WRT, so 3 WRT in the top 6. I guess the team owner will be happy with that as Renegade goes a little bit too deep there. A little bit too ambitious there for Renegade 4701. He didn't need to make that move. He knows he can battle Soul Reaper, but he just didn't need to make that move, and he just completely outbrakes himself. But he's done the wise thing and went far left, so he didn't hit the back of Soul Reaper. As we see, Renegade still keeps 7th place there with Isar Bencho 19 in 8th place. Lachlan Eve 05 in 9th, SS Boy 82 in 10th, NZL Cowboy in 11th place, TTV Vossi, what could have been, in 12th place with Ben Stick in 13th, and right down the back we've got Big Red UTOFA in 14th place there. So as we're about to commence our final laps, all drivers are on their 7th lap, and Sirik has come on the exit of corner with no name towards Puon, and I believe DJ, this is going to be a nice easy victory for Sirik come towards in the next in the next minute's time.
Yeah, but we all know commentators' curses are a thing, so he's still got a couple of corners to go, so we don't want to wish that upon him just yet. So it does look like if he does make a little mistake, he does have it set. So it's an excellent drive here by Sirik to gap Warpath, and also he's going here for purple as well, so he's going on for fast lap as well. So Yeah, it's a solid drive there by Sirik and Warpath. So, as you said earlier, I believe it's going to be a 2-car chase for the championship between Sirik and Warpath, but you never know. We do have a lot of other drivers here, so we do have 2 drop rounds in this series as well. So we have SS Boy on 261 points, who's about 19 points behind Sirik there. So anything is possible for the next 8 rounds, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds with 2 drop rounds in there. So your drop rounds are your 2 lowest scored rounds for the season, so anything is possible. But big congratulations here to Sirik, also getting a pole position, fastest lap and clean race. So congratulations to Sirik for taking victory in race 1 of the TS3 round 3 Trackstars series here. And he did set the fastest lap on lap 6 as well, so with a
So he
2:05.9.
didn't improve his last lap there. I think he just wanted to get the car home, bring it home safely. But yes, there is our results page, ladies and gentlemen. So as we big congratulations to Sirik, Gordon Privateer now in first place there with Warpath 360 in second, and rounding the podium, Gordic 69. So congratulations to all those drivers. As we take a 5-minute break, ladies and gentlemen, we will get race 2 of the Trackstars TS3 round 3 for the Ardennes sprint underway in 5 minutes time. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Fair enough.
Alright, so now we are back here. I will take you around for a lap on... Oh, let's not use that car. Oh, I forgot about that. Alright, we'll use this Epson.
But just make sure you didn't see that, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, there's going to be a big F for DJ. So if anyone's seen that, just give him a big F in the Discord chat.
That car either. But alright, we'll use this Epson, mate. I'm a series admin. I don't even know the proper specs of these cars. Is that bad?
Yeah, I think it's 602. Yep, and
1104.
1104. Yep.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yep, that's good. So as we get ourselves underway, DJ is going to lead us away on this magnificent circuit that is Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Opened up in 1920 for its first Grand Prix racing, was held in 1922 for the 24-hour at Spa. And as we get DJ underway, he's coming through the exit of turn 1 out of the pit lane, come past the old pit lane, coming towards El Rouge and Radion, heading on to the Camel Straight there. So he's demonstrating the Honda NSX here. So unfortunately, no drivers picked the Honda NSX here. So hopefully a few drivers might be able to think, well, why not? You know, give it a go, and it might be nice around here. So he's coming towards the end of the Camel Straight and is coming through Lecum, which is called, and then past this section he's gone through Malmedy, coming up towards Rivage with the driver in third place there. Looks like Gordic69 just getting a few extra laps in. And it's coming up towards this section here, the corner, no name, in turn 11 here before the famous Puon corner. So plenty of interesting lines you can take through Puon, but I believe it's just a nice, fast, clean exit right up hugging that apex. But it looks like just DJ's run a bit wide there, so he definitely needs to be down in TS3 to learn these boys on how to drive the car. As he comes through his, he comes through this S section through here. Before he comes towards the end of the second sector, which will be coming up towards turn 14, down to 15, and now comes across to Stavelot, which is actually the location of Spa-Francorchamps Stavelot in Belgium, in turn 16 there. So, and then this whole back stretch of winding corners called Blanchimont, as he's coming up to the main corner in Blanchimont right now. Coming up towards, it's a fast left-hander in the dry, but in the wet, there's no chance you can get that car flat out. And then coming up towards the last few corners, turn 19 and 20, coming through the bus stop for the last time and onto the main pit straight. It is going. That is a complete lap, ladies and gentlemen, of Spa-Francorchamps here. And what is to come for the next race here at Trackstars TS3? Race 2 about to get underway shortly. 7 laps. Can Cyric go 2 for 2, or will it be Warpath 360 for the WRT entry to get himself another win under his belt and make it tie for 3 wins apiece?
Yeah, we'll hope to see, but yeah. But as I did demonstrate there through Poohorn, if you do run wide there, just go off that green stuff onto the concrete out the other side. Otherwise, you will come in for a spin. So, but. Yeah, see, it is a beautiful track, but I get the feeling here that the weather forecast, there is a lot of clouds around, mate. So I don't know about you, but I have a feeling that the TS2 and main series will be a wet race.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I do see a few clouds there. So the sun is still poking out for these TS3 guys, so they'll hope to get this race underway very shortly, because yeah, like you said, I could see on our weather radars that it is looking like it's going to be. Looks like it's going to be a wet race coming within the next hour and a half's time there. So these boys will definitely want to get themselves in, because we're about to get underway. Final spec checks there, DJ. Hopefully everyone's got their right powers. Looks like so. Beautiful.
Yep.
And as we get ourselves underway, race 2 for the Trackstars TS3 coming up very shortly.
Yeah, hopefully these. Hopefully we get a better race here from Vossi, so it'd be good to see what he can do in the main pack of the field there. So it is a very nice livery there that ISAR Benjo has done up for him, so I'm very impressed with that one. He does do some impressive liveries, so hats off to Benjo for that. But yeah.
Leading the way, we've got the 5 Nissans leading the way. Cyric, Warpath 360, Gordic 69, KPL Baseman in 4th, SLM Kazi in 5th. The first Lexus is Old Soul Reaper, so can Old Soul Reaper get himself up towards the top 3? Time will tell as we wait for those green lights. Cyric versus Warpath. Long pause, and it's a lights out green flag racing. We've got Cyric that's got a great start ahead of Warpath, but Warpath looks like he's going to come under pressure from his teammate in Gordic 69, and he has done. So Gordic has actually overtaken his teammate in 2nd place there. So a nice clean start from all drivers there, and it's still Cyric leading the way with Gordic 69 gaining a position, with Warpath losing a position. Coming out for the first time here at Eau Rouge, coming through Radion. Nice single file there by all drivers. Renegade looks like he's promoting himself up into 6th place ahead of Oz Soul Reaper there. But so far, so good for the top 5 in the Nissans, with Renegade the leading Lexus driver. Cyric gets a little bit under pressure from Gordic. Does Cyric go a little bit too deep? He has done. He's managed to keep it on the track, and Warpath goes back ahead of his teammate in Gordic 69 there. So it's still Warpath and Cyric that's leading the way in the front 2, with KPL Baseman getting all sorts under pressure from Renegade as Renegade looks to make a move on Basement. He has done. So that's a nice, great start for Renegade 4701 in the ISR camp. And once I say that, commentators curse on Renegade, just praising him for a great start. Looks like he just went from a great start to a 4-star.
Yeah, he went for an inside move up there, and then coming into this corner here, looks like he's gone. Where is he? There he is. He's had a nice run through there, but he's got a little bit too hot on the gas on the exit there, and he's put himself in the wall. So, luckily for these guys, there is no damage. So just spin off, hit the wall, get back on the racetrack, and go racing again. So we tried to make it as competitive as possible without any implications. So it's good to see these drivers having some good fun. So.
Exactly right, and Renegade didn't really lose much time there. He's down in 7th place there. Like you said, there's no damage, so damage limitation for all these drivers. They can just push as hard as they want and not get any damage for it, so that's good. But it's still, again, DJ, once again, we've still got these guys. Cyric leading the way with Warpath 360, so like I called it, I think these two are going to be the main championship protagonists that come towards the end of round 10. Between these guys, Cyric and Warpath 360 when it comes to St. Croix C, but still leading the way at the beginning of lap 2. Cyric in first, Warpath 360 in 7th. And we see a move from Kazi and Renegade. Renegade makes that move stick. He has done so. It's a bit of a clawback. It's a little bit of a fight back for Renegade as we see Lachlan Evo Fire run wide. NZL Cowboy runs wide as well there. So these guys are just underestimating the braking capabilities of these cars. These are older spec cars, so the braking might be a little bit worn out compared to when it was brought out onto the real life racing series back in 2008.
Yeah, and these cars are very nice to drive. As we did do a feature race as the lobby opened between we had you and myself in the Honda. We had Warpath, I think it was, and Cyric in the Nissan, and we had Oz, Soul Reaper and Benjo in the Lexus, and we did have boost on for that damage off, and it was a 4-lapper, so that was good to see. That was some good fun in that race.
It was good fun, just to add a bit of a banter race, just to see how drivers are, and it's obviously when it comes to a boost race, anyone can win in those situations, and yeah, it looks like the main series won the main series driver won the battle, so I guess you could say you're probably not surprised, but it is. But you did win that race, so some bragging rights to the Honda. So, like you demonstrated, it's a great car to drive, but one easy mistake in that Honda can really put you offline, as you demonstrated on your hot lap there not long ago.
Yeah, exactly. And in that feature race as well, I did make a massive mistake in Eau Rouge and ended up in the wall on the right hand side and dropped 7 seconds back. So that's the boost. The boost capabilities brought me back. So unfortunately for these guys, we do not run boost. So it's simply driver craft and driver etiquette. So again, Cyric and Warpath, Foolish battle for first. It's going to be.
We see Soul Reaper there. I'm sorry to cut you off, DJ. It looks like Soul Reaper made a move on his teammate. He has done so. It looks like that's a great confidence boost for Soul Reaper there after what was not a good start for him in that first race. He's now up into 3rd place. So we did call for hopefully the Lexus drivers to put themselves further up in the grid, and it looks like he has done perfectly in 3rd place. But that does mean that WRT have a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place here. So WRT so far is having a really good time in the TS3 category.
Yeah, in this battle down here, Kazi making a little bit of a shortcut there. I wonder if he'll get a penalty for that. So Renegade
looks like he's just avoided that. So yeah, so just within the boundaries there. So
yeah, that was lucky. So Renegade is the next Lexus in the pack, obviously followed by SS Boy and Big Red. So Big Red looks like he's brought himself back. So yeah, that's good work.
Yeah, it looks like he just had a bit of a reality check in that first one, and he just thought, well, I'm not so sure where I stack up against the rest of the field, and I think he just had I think his power specs weren't up to scratch either. So I think he fixed that up and sitting nicely in 9th place there for Big Red UTOA. So that's pretty good. So, but we see back down there in Benjo 19. I think he was down in I think he finished in 8th place in that first race, and he's all the way down in 14th there. So not the start that he wants. He shows some great potential, Benjo 19 for the ISAR in the ISAR Racing Lexus, and with a great performance back at the first round in the Nürburgring Grand Prix, where he was as high up as first place, and then just a bit of a mistake there just cost him. And usually a few little mistakes from Benjo 19, but I guess in a way this is the perfect training ground to learn how to drive these cars properly.
Yeah, exactly. And Benjo is a fast driver, but he does make, like all drivers make mistakes, but just the little tiny mistakes that he does make, like running wide or braking a little bit too late, he does lose a little bit of time there, which obviously can result in what's happened here. So unfortunately for Benjo there, hopefully he can fight his way back, maybe get to the back of Enzo or Cowboy, but if not, bounce back for the next round of the TS3 Touring Car Championship. But as we go back to the front here, we see Sirik is 1.4 second lead over Warpath in second place. Hostile Reaper in third place, followed by Gordon 69, not far behind him. So I wonder if he'll get the slipstream here onto Kemmel and possibly make a move into the next corners.
It looks like he's a little bit further away behind Soul Reaper there, so he's just going to hang back behind his teammate. He knows his teammate's done a one round in the championship, so it looks like Soul Reaper might have the advantage over Gordic, but who knows, come towards the end of the race, they might be side by side with each other coming for the podium positionings, so we'll have to wait and see. But I'm just going to leave you just in the commentary room just for a couple of minutes. I'm going to set up the TS2 pre-qualifying lobby.
Yeah, that's no worries. As we see Kazi, Baseman and Renegade going at it again for 5th place here, so nice showing here from SLM Kazi and Baseman, both on their TS3 debut. So it's good to see a lot of these drivers entering for this. So first round we had about 6 drivers here, that was pretty good. Then the next round we had roughly about 9 or 10. So between round 2 and this round we actually filled the grid. So we did miss an entry here, which is unfortunate, but if you are hanging around the YouTube and do want to get involved, head over to the Trackstars Discord, chuck an entry in. You can be put onto the reserves list for the TS3, or if you want to, step up to the feeder series into the into the TS2 series. So we'll have to go through pre-qualifying for that one. So there's a lot of opportunities here, and just a matter of trying to slot in and try and get one. So Kazi 1 picks up a half a second penalty here, so he'll have to burn that on Kemmel straight, as outlined in the driver's briefing. So we do keep a tight ship here as best we can at Trackstars with driver's briefings, results, all that kind of stuff. So all the results are handled by It's Racing, the series founder and organizer, and a couple of the stewards' reports and drivers' briefings are posted by either It's Racing, myself, or Spud P666. So any questions or anything, don't be afraid to ask us. We do have all the info, and if not, we'll find the info here. Is Renegade makes an ambitious move here, as KPL Baseman is harassing the back of Renegade as they start to go too wide down here through Kemmel Straight. So like to see who does make the move down here as Renegade goes in deep.
3 wide, almost 3 wide there. Renegade comes out on top of that, so nice move for Renegade. Good confidence here to be back up into 5th place there. So new drivers in Kazi, we know Kazi very well. He's a great driver, always gives respectable racing room to others. KPL Baseman putting on a great performance on his debut round here at Trackstars. So down in 6th place there, and I think in a 5th place in race 1, so it's a great start for KPL Baseman, with Gordon 69 in 4th, Soul Reaper still in third place, inheriting that lead, and Warpath 360 again. He's just a little bit too far back from Sirik. So it looks like Sirik has just got a little bit more practice, under his belt compared to Warpath 360 there, up in 1st place there. So as we see as well, if you look down in 8th there, Big Red UTOA is actually in 8th place there. So that's a great drive, a good recovery drive for Big Red, and he's not far behind from Kazi. So watch this space in about 2 laps time. Like Big Red, he could potentially be fighting for 5th place. Who knows?
Yeah, and anything is possible, as this is a long 7-kilometer track, so anything is possible. But it's
one mistake, and that gap will definitely drop between all drivers.
Yeah, as we all know from all series and all tracks basically. But as we catch that or move here from Kazi.
Kazi looks like he's put the move on. He has done. So just catch that replay. Good picking up there, DJs. He's coming in towards the bus stop. Does Kazi goes for an outside, but then fakes the dummy and goes for the inside move. So nice move there from Kazi one there. So beautiful driving between these two drivers. Well respected drives there. As KPL baseman goes back on the switchback at the end of turn 1. And what is that there? Renegade has gone spinning around and it just goes, his day just goes from bad to worse there. What has happened here? Did he just run a little bit? Did he want to try and go too close there? Whoa! What, he just went straight towards the wall there like he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it's possible. And as we just said, commentators curse there. Big Red is on the back of Renegade here, so he's
giving it a fun draft.
Giving him a bit of a
Well, they are teammates, so they are trying to. Obviously, I think Big Red just wants to help his teammate catch right back up because that was so weird from Renegade. I've never seen that before from a driver. It looks like he's just driving straight to the wall there.
Yeah, I know I've come close to that wall, but I've never run into it like that. So
no.
Yeah, that was a bit of a strange one. So we may have to catch that. As you see, is there a couple of cars back here fighting as well for position?
Whilst he looks like he's moved up into 9th place, there's a nice recovery drive, but unfortunately we've got the M&R boys. It's not the round they'd be hoping for. The highest driver in 9th place and the debuting driver in Benstick 7. So a lot of work to do for the M&R boys, but hopefully they'll bounce back in the next round. And Benjo 19 down towards the rear of the grid, but 7 seconds now ahead of Warpath 360. Has Warpath 360 made a mistake there? Because surely he couldn't have gone from 2 seconds to 7 seconds. He's definitely made a mistake somewhere, and his teammate is only 2.8 behind him. So don't count this lap out. If Soul Reaper has got his car dialed in, he'll be harassing his teammate come towards the end of the race.
Yeah, and if Warpath does make a little tiny bit of a mistake there, that gap can go from 3 seconds all the way down to Soul Reaper on the back bumper, possibly making a move. So as we start the final lap here at the beautiful Circuit des Spa-Francorchamps in the Trackstars TS3 series, we have Cyric in first place, Warpath 360 in second, Oz Soul Reaper in third, Gordock 69 in fourth place, SLM Kazi, KPL Baseman in 6th, Renegade 4701 in 7th, Big Red U of A in 8th, TTV Fossey in 9th, Benstick in 10th, Lachlan EV05 in 11th, NZL Cowboy in 12th, SS Boy in 13th, and ISAR Benjo 19 rounding out the top 14. So it's a good display here by all these drivers, but as long as Cyric keeps his car on the track, on the circuit, it looks like we may be taking out a round win here, and possibly, depending on how the results go, we may close up that championship.
Well, it is a 6 point. It is 6 points difference between first and second place there, so, and I believe the gap was only 12 points, so they might be level again come towards the end of the championship. So we'll have to wait and see. So it is a 12-point gap, so they will be level on points if Warpath keeps his nose ahead of Soul Reaper there. But it's a really top performance drive here by Cyric. So no faults of it, no faults been displayed from Cyric. Just a top quality drive in the Trackstars TS3.
Yeah, excellent drive here by Cyric. So it'll be a definitely a championship to watch here. So it's great performance here by all these drivers. As you see, Cyric coming into the last sort of corners into the bus stop to take the round win of the Trackstars TS3, and big congratulations to the number 98 in Cyric in the Nissan coming into first place.
Top performance there from Cyric. Warpath 360 in 7th place there, so it's definitely going to be a championship between those two guys. So it's all about its advantage Cyric at the end of Spa-Francorchamps here, with Gordock 69 having a great debut for 3rd and 4th place for the debuting driver SLM Kazi as well. A good solid 5th place here for his team in the EBM. KPL Baseman in 6th place. Renegade, after a weird incident, now back in 7th place, with Big Red UFA having a great debut. A great second race rather. Unfortunately his first race didn't go to plan, but his second race was much better that time, and it was great to see what he can be capable of as Benstick rounds up the top 10. Outside the top 10 we've got Lachlan Evo 5 in 11th place, NCL Cowboy in 12th, SS Boy 82 in 13th, and rounding up the final positioning here at Trackstars TS3, ISAR Benjo 19 in 14th place. So it's a big congratulations to Sirik, the privateer number 98, taking out the victory and the clean sweep here at Trackstars TS3 for round 3 at Spa-Francorchamps. It is a pole position, fastest lap, and the clean race bonus for Sirik here. So it's a great dominant drive here for Sirik, and a big congratulations to him and his team.
Yeah, an outstanding drive there from Sirik, and definitely the debutants did put in a great performance. He being 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th here. So it looks like they've taken up the middle of the pack here, with Renegade splitting those debutants there. So solid performance there from all drivers, and a big congratulations to Sirik for the race win, round win, and possibly being tied on points for the championship. So
That's right, and I think, and I guess in a way we could definitely give the driver of the day towards Sirik. You know, pole position, wins in both races, fastest laps in both races. He's just untouchable. The very, very Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton-esque kind of drive there for Sirik there. So it's a top performance, and it definitely deserves my drive of the day for Sirik.
oh, as you see in the chat box here, an itch on Renegade's leg made him hit the wall. So that's a big unfortunate event there from Renegade. So unfortunate. Oh, I can't even speak. Unfortunate outing there for Renegade. But until then, we farewell you from the commentary box of the Trackstars TS3 round 3 around the beautiful Circuit des Spa-Francorchamps, and from myself and NSpud P666, we shall see you in about an hour's time for the TS2 series. And in the commentary box, oh sorry,
Don't forget your Broly, DJ, because I could see the storm. I could see a storm coming through.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I do see some sprinkles here in the commentary box, so I'll keep that weather forecast updated, and we shall more than likely see a bit of rain for the next 2 races. So until then, thank you all for tuning in, and